Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper. If this is your first time here, welcome. Today is Monday, and every Monday I show what sold over the weekend. The difference today is you are only seeing what sold basically Saturday late afternoon into this morning. And the reason for that is Christmas is this week. So I hope you guys all have a great Christmas. But we normally don't ship on Saturdays. However, we did ship this Saturday because I figured there might be some Christmas presents in there. Not sure if those items will make it by Christmas, but I wanted to give them the best chance they could. So we shipped out over $400 on Saturday. That was just from Friday afternoon into Saturday morning. And today we have $750 going out. So I'm going to show you the $750 going out today. And then I also am going to show you the two biggest that shipped out on Saturday because I don't want you guys to miss those. So let's go ahead and look and see what sold. If you're wondering why I am sharing what sold, the reason is because if you are new to reselling or thinking about starting, or for those of you trying to expand your business, I sell a really good variety of items and I want to share with you so you know what to pick up when you are sourcing for your own business. So first up is something that I got in a lot, and I do find quite a few items in online estate lots. This was in a lot of post office memorabilia. You can see here, this is the third assistant postmaster general, and these are the postal rates from 1935. How cool is that? So this was actually on a corkboard with tons of USPS memorabilia. It's one of the last pieces to sell. It did take about 7 to 8 months to sell, but it sold for $12 plus the buyer paid $4.50 in shipping. And I am less than $1 into this, so this is going to be about a $10 profit. Next are these Anybody bras, and these we only make a few dollars on. They sold for $8.94 free shipping. Shipping's about $3. I paid about $2. Now, these were off of a QVC pallet. I get asked all the time, where should I buy pallets? I don't buy pallets anymore because of stuff like this. So I've had this over 2 years. I am in the profit, but there's quite a bit of stuff on that pallet that wasn't very popular and is taking a long time to sell. So I do tend to stay away from them. If I happen to see some on HiBid, I have bought a few pallets of like one item, but honestly, those were a mistake too. If you've been watching me a while, you know I have hundreds of filters up in the loft of the shed, and I probably should have stayed away from pallets. Next is an item that sold really fast. So this I actually just picked up at the flea market for $8. This is a little cloisonne egg, and it sold in less than a week for $27.99, making it about a $17 profit. If you do not know, cloisonne sells very well. This is a really pretty one with the flowers. It is a little egg ornament. It has its nice original box and paperwork. And yeah, sold really fast. I love picking up cloisonne. Not all of it is fast. It really depends on the item, but that one sold really, really quick. Next is a brochure that was not even listed for 2 days. 2 days. This is out of my death pile. So I have been listing. This is a vintage souvenir for Elitch's Gardens, and it's just a little pamphlet. I am less than $1 into this. It sold for $8.99 in a day. So this is going to be about a $7 profit, and these are really easy to list and ship. So we listed over 170 items last week. 100 of those were my niece. She actually hit her goal I gave her to earn a bonus, and 70 of those items were myself. I am going to attempt to hit that again this week, but I'm not sure with Christmas. So really, we kind of just have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I actually work 12 hours on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday are Christmas Eve and Christmas. So probably not much will get done those 2 days, but after Thursday, I'm off a week. So I am hoping to have my big haul that you guys saw in the last video all listed by the end of next week. I would like to have it done by Sunday, but that might not happen. Next is another brochure, but this one took about a year to sell. This is Wyoming Historical Handbook. Again, in an ephemera lot, less than $1 in, sold for $7.36, plus the buyer paid $5 in shipping. So that's going to be about a $6 profit. Next up is a hanky. So I tell you guys, I love getting these for $1. This one I actually am about 50 cents in. This one is very simple, just with the monogram K, and it sold for $20.99. It is about an $18 profit. Now, this one did take probably about 6 months to sell, but it's easy to photograph, easy to list, easy to ship. And yeah, I love picking up vintage hankies. I typically pick them up for $1 to $2. And those I got because they were in a lot, but when I am out actually sourcing at like flea markets or antique malls, I look for the ones with really bright, really vibrant designs, and I like the ones with different edges as well. Next is a vintage Harley hat. So this is a Harley Davidson motorcycle. You can see it does have bleaching. This is a patch. It has the rope. It is a vintage auto. And I paid $1 for this at a garage sale. Sold for $15, plus the buyer paid $5.85 in shipping. This one took close to a year, so not all hats are going to sell fast, even Harley Davidson ones. So sometimes they sit there a while, but that's going to be a good $13 profit. So when you guys are sourcing, definitely keep in mind how many are listed, how many are sold, and know that you might be holding on to it a while. To those of you that don't have much room, I would look for items that have the same amount sold as listed or more sold than listed. That way you know your items are going to sell faster. I am lucky enough to have plenty of room, so I'm okay with holding on to items for a little while. Next is this little bitty. This one is Mill Hill. Learn this name because this is a tiny kit, but a lot of the Mill Hill kits go for $30, $40, $50. They are little beaded kits. You can see it comes with the cloth and with little beads here. This one only sold for $4.50, so it actually sold for the price that was on it. And it did take about 7 to 8 months to sell. So we have some stuff that sold really fast, and we have some stuff that took a while, which is good. I love having a mix of newer items going out as well as items that have been sitting here for a while. So this was my mom's. I'm not sure how much she paid, but we're splitting it. So for me, I'm gonna get about $2. Up next, this is silver plate, international silver. Did not even make it to the listed inventory. So this sold really fast in under a month. It does say international silver there on the bottom, and it's just a silver plate water pitcher. I am less than $1 into this in a buyout. This is another death pile item that has been sitting in my shed for over a year. It's not listed. Can't tell, right? If you have not checked out my Death Pile Destruction Facebook group, definitely go over. They are very motivational. Tons of helpful people, tons of support, and it's great. This one sold for $27.99 in less than a month after listing it from my death pile, and it will be about $24 profit. I don't pick up a ton of silver plate, but I will pick it up in lots because it doesn't typically sell really high, and a lot of it does take a little bit longer to sell. So you have to keep in mind when you're listing things, it might take a little while. You have to have a little patience. You have to build up your stock, like your store numbers. I have 3,800 listings, just to give you an idea of how many I have to get the sales that you are seeing. So don't expect to have 1, 2, even 500 listings. And unless you're getting really popular, really fast sell through stuff, it's gonna take a while to get those sales. And I started seeing like 1 to 2 sales a day when I had 500 listed. And now that I have close to 4,000 listed, we do average about 8 to 15 a day, which is still pretty low because I have a lot of long tail items. So you have to really look at your business, what you're listing, and take into account the sell-through rate. Next is a Francoma picture I picked up for $5. So this is just a plain brown kind of two-tone picture. It is marked Francoma on the bottom. Not a big seller, but it sold for $17.84. It did sell in only about 2 months. Another death pile item, guys. The death pile items are moving out. So I am definitely trying to get through my death pile, and my niece is helping me, and we are making progress, and progress equals sales. Over the last probably 2 to 3 weeks, we have averaged over $300 to $400 a day in sales. We actually are at $17,000 for the month of December, which is amazing. One of the highest monthly sales totals we have had. So listing from the death pile has definitely gave us a bump in our sales. And if you haven't started selling or listing, do it now. Do it now. Don't be scared. You just have to start. That's the main thing, is just starting. Next are 3 little saucers. These little saucers sold for $7.71. They are Sunny Tabletops Unlimited. And I got these in a barn buy. I've had these for over a year, and I'm glad they sold. So I am literally pennies into that. Bought a whole barn out for like $40, which was insane, with hundreds of items, and 2 items I sold the first week paid for it. So those with the fees and taxes, etc., will leave me about a $6 profit. Next is this Guy Harvey mug. And these are some tarpon, for those of you who are not aware. They also have a barracuda on here. There's some tuna. And yeah, so I paid 50 cents for this at a thrift store. It sold for $17.49 in about 3 months. So not too shabby. I love picking up the 2 for $1 mugs, because that is a quick $15 profit. Next. So you guys have been seeing all the high dollar crab brooches, but I don't think I've showed you a crab bracelet yet, and this one is a pretty cool one. So this one has got the crab there, it's got seashells, and it's got seashells on the back. It is made of brass, and this one I paid $2 for, just like I did all the crab brooches, and this one sold for $45. This is not branded. This is a lot of keywords. Keywords are extremely important when it comes to selling, because that is how your buyers find your items. So this one says vintage seashell crab starfish handmade artisan brass sculpture cuff bracelet. Tons of words, tons of ways for people to find that, and it sold in about a month, and is about a $40 profit. Next are these Luminart glasses. So these do say France on the bottom. I was able to identify them by using Google Lens. I got the 3 of these for under $1 in a buyout, and they sold for $20.98, plus the buyer paid $13 in shipping. The buyer actually wrote me and said she's getting them for her brother-in-law because he broke her sister's glasses that she absolutely loved. So those are going to be replacements for him to make up for breaking hers. And those sold in about 6 months. I'm trying to remember to tell you guys. I used to be in the habit of doing it. I kind of got out of that habit, so I'm trying to get back into telling you again. And we have this Wagner headlight. This is H5001. I have had this for over a year. I bought this in a lot of new old stock auto parts. If you ever see NOS on eBay, that stands for new old stock. And this one I am pennies in again. I bought big boxes of new old stock car parts, and it sold for $4.75. So that one is going to be about a $3.50 profit. And it's like the brochures and maps go out in spurts. This is a mobile Ohio map. This one sold for $5.51. It'll be about a $4.50 profit. And then the St. Louis, Missouri Standard Oil sold for $5.51 as well. All of these are different buyers, which is the interesting thing. It's so funny how stuff kind of sells in groups, and I see that quite a bit. All right, next up is the absolute biggest sale of the weekend. There were 2 really high dollar ones that went out Saturday that I'm going to let you know at the end of the video. But as far as going out today, this one is by far the highest, and it's sold in under 2 weeks. So I got these at my little local flea market, which is, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's a small population town. I would not expect to find something so valuable at the flea market here. But I did, and it has kind of made me think I need to go to the flea market a little more. So don't always assume by looking at or generalizing the area that you're not going to find something that's profitable. So I found these clip-on earrings as well as this brooch at a booth that I go to regularly. I do talk with the vendor. I did show these. They were actually up front and center on the thumbnail for that shopping trip. And these are Florenza. I'm gonna try and get that in there so you guys can see. It's right there. They're stamped Florenza, and then the earrings are stamped as well up top there. So this is about 3 inches across if you see it on my hand, and then the earrings are about 1.5 inches. I paid $20 for this set, and I want to tell you guys why I picked it up. So this is very big, very blingy. It's something you could use to say statement. I googled the name and saw that a lot of Florenza brooches sell for a lot. This is costume jewelry. It's costume jewelry. Paid 20 bucks, sold for $265 plus the buyer paid shipping. They were $298 all in. It sold in a week and a half after listing, and is over a $200 profit. Do not pass up jewelry. This is big, it's blingy, it's flashy, it's a statement piece. Pay attention, turn them over, see if they have writing on them, and if they do, look them up. You guys have seen my crab brooches have been selling amazingly. We had a $1,500 order of crab brooches last week, which is absolutely insane. And I paid $2 a piece for them. I know I'm not like super into jewelry. I'm not a big jewelry wearer. I typically wear one necklace, one ring, and that is it. But you come to kind of understand and recognize those brooches that might go for good money, and now I'm starting to be able to kind of pick them out better like that at the flea market, just sitting on a table, versus I was picking them up mostly from online auctions. Now I feel comfortable enough, because I've sold some, to pick them up out in the wild. So you can learn by watching the ones that I've sold, as well as just go search for vintage brooch and sort from highest to lowest. That is a great way to learn new items if you're trying to learn higher price. So say you wanted to know the most expensive brands of jeans, just search for men's jeans and sort highest to lowest and see what's been selling. And you can learn quite a bit that way. So if you take just a little bit of time out of your day, you could pick one item or type, and you could learn quite a bit. Cough drops. These cough drops, it just says they expire 2021, so I guess they're expiring soon. I got these for a couple dollars at Walmart, like $1 a bag. They sold for $5.20, made $5. That's why I don't do retail arbitrage anymore. Not too great at it. I very rarely do retail arbitrage. I am better at picking up those vintage, one-of-a-kind collectible type items. Next is a shirt that I picked up for $1. This one is Lynx. This is a golf polo, and this one took about 8 months to sell, and it sold for $10, so it's about an $8 profit for me. And then a scarf. Something about the blingy stuff, guys. People like blingy stuff. I don't like blingy stuff to wear, but some people do. This one is collection 18. I paid $1. This one sold for $6.50, so it's about a $5 profit, which I am okay with. A lot of my scarves sell for $20+, so I will buy the lots, and I list the lower dollar ones as well as the higher, because I do have the room, and I'm okay with a $5 profit because it definitely adds up. Now, let's take a look at what sold over on the other platforms. There are only a few things going out. First up is this St. Nicholas square. This is a poinsettia table runner. This one sold over on Poshmark for $17. I paid $1 for this, so I actually will be making about a $11 profit after fees. And then I sold these Jamaica fishies. So you can see it says Jamaica. I had this listed at $22, and somebody over on Facebook asked if I'd take $17. It's been listed about 2 months, not very long, but I only paid $1 for it at the thrift store. So, and I marked it out. I was trying to see if I had it there. So I'm gonna make about a $15 profit because Facebook fees are low. They are only 5%. They are the lowest of all the platforms. And then this is a copper butter dish. This is really pretty. It has Gregorian there on the bottom, made in the USA. I did pay $4 for this at thrift store. It sold in less than a month. $17. I had to look. $17. So that one is going to be about a $10 profit after fees. That one sold over on Facebook as well. So we had a couple of Facebook sales, a Poshmark sale. I will tell you guys, I shut off my Poshmark. I actually put it on vacation for like 6 months, and I'm going to tell my mom starting tomorrow to stop sharing the Poshmark. I'm canceling like 75% of the orders because the stuff already sold, because they do not have a search function in their closet. So I feel bad canceling these orders, disappointing buyers, because I don't have an easy way to search and take it down when it's cross-posted. Now, I wish there was a way, and if somebody knows, please let me know. I would like to delete all of them, because now that we're listing from our List Perfectly catalog, I would be able to end them easy on Poshmark, but I need to delete everything that's already there, which is over 5,000 listings. So if you know, I don't want to delete my whole closet. So the only option I find is like, not my closet, but to delete my account. I want to actually just delete the listings, and I can't figure a way to do that. So if you know how, or I might end up messaging Poshmark's service department, definitely let me know if you know. All right, I am going to pop up. Actually, there were 3 higher dollar items I shipped out on Saturday. Number 1 is a brooch. So I'm going to put it up here. This is a Monet gold tone, like it was like a triple layer. I could not find this exact brooch anywhere, so I priced it high. I am less than $5 in, and it sold for $50 in about 2.5 months. So that was an absolutely amazing, amazing sale. And then this men's Movado watch. So I bought this watch at a garage sale. They had it priced at $100. It had a $999 price tag on it. I offered them $80. They took it, and then when I got it out to go photograph it, I noticed that the links were kinked. Could not get it undone. Brought it to the jeweler. They could not get it undone. So they ended up trying to put a new battery in to make sure at least the watch part worked, and it didn't. So I listed this up on auction at $99 for a 7-day auction, and I got no bids. So then I posted it for $175. Buy it now. And I got an offer of $150. It is very clear in the description. If you look up there, it says for parts or repair only. It does not work. Do not want any kind of misunderstanding. It is in the title, it is in the description, and I ended up making, you know, about $60 after fees, which I'm okay with. It's better than losing money, right? But if it were working, it would have been a $600 watch. But, you know, there was no battery in it as far as I knew, or the battery was dead. I had no way to test that at a yard sale. I took a chance. I did make a $60 profit, not as much as I was hoping, and it actually sold in under a month after I converted from auction into buy it now. I get asked all the time if I do auction or buy it now. I do 99% buy it now. If I don't tell you it was an auction, it was not, and none in this video are auctions. And then this death pile item was in my husband's truck. It was on the truck seat in the back seat for about 4 or 5 months. So he got tired of it and came and plopped it down in the shed on my shipping counter, and I listed it, and it sold in under a week, 1 week, and it had been sitting in the truck for 4 months. Sold for $150. I paid $40. Close to $100 profit that was sitting on the back seat of my truck for 4 months. Look, I'm like cleaning glasses. I'm getting so... I'm working on my death pile. I cannot sell if it is not listed. I know I've said it multiple times in this video. I will say it all the time. I need to say it to myself to get it through my head so I can get through this death pile. We are making a lot of progress, but I want to keep up that momentum through the new year and work on getting that down until it is pretty little, and then I might consider a couple of big buys again. As for a high dollar what sold video, and boy have we had some. We've had some amazing, amazing high sales. Again, $17,000 this month. I do want to say I will be live tomorrow night, and I am live every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be with Julian, Bearded Thrift Machine, my co-host for over a year now, as well as special guests Carrie from American Arbitrage and Mike, Golden State Picker. They were on a couple months ago and it was an absolutely amazing and educational show. So I'm very happy to have both of those gentlemen back on with us. And I will have a video from the giant Goodwill down in South Florida I went to. I got an amazing haul. Some of it's in those purple boxes. My niece is listing the stuff this week. And on Friday, I will do a high dollar what sold. Friday, I believe, is Christmas Eve. So if you guys have time to come hang out in the premiere, definitely do it. If not, I definitely understand. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas if I don't see you before then. And I will see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, guys.